In today's video, I'm going to be testing how effective immersive ads inside of Roblox actually are. So for those that are not following along, I recently spent 6 hours making this new game on live stream called Obby But You're on a Hang Glider. And now, if we hop into the game, it's a fully completed game that we're going to be using to complete this experiment today. So as you can see, once you load into the game, yes, it's using an AI generated icon. It's just a basic obby where you're on a hang glider and you have to complete it. But today, I'm going to be testing a couple of things out. So number one is how many visits will immersive ads get me in Roblox? 2 is will anybody buy any of these game passes here? So I have a sword game pass which costs 300 Robux and it gives you this sword so you can attack other people, and the faster hang glider which I believe costs 15 or maybe 30 Robux, which basically moves your hang glider a lot faster. Finally, I've made sure that I receive a notification on Discord every time somebody joins my Roblox game. This is just so I know when someone joins and see if I can actually watch them playing the game. Now finally, we're going to head over to the ads manager page, and as you can see right now it says you have no payment method on file. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a payment method, and as you can see here, with the new system you need to purchase ad credit with Robux. So as you can see, you have to buy a minimum of 10 ad credits. So if I put in 10 ad credits, you're going to see it costs me 2,850 Robux, so around £28 at minimum to be able to do this. So right now I have very little Robux, so it's time to get that fixed. Okay, there we go, my Robux has been replenished. By the way, if you could support the channel, because oh my god, this was so expensive, that would be highly appreciated. Okay, so what we need to do here is one ad credit is 285 Robux. So that means 4,848 Robux will be approximately 17 credits here. So what we're going to do here is we put in 17. Yeah, that's going to be perfect. And then here goes. Buy. Okay, so your ad credit purchase is final. Unused ad credit cannot be converted back into Robux. Okay, and buy. Okay, there we go. So now I have 17 ad credits here, and my bank account is hurting very much. It's time to create our campaign. So as you can see, when we click create on campaign, it's going to open up like this, and there's a couple of things we can change. So first of all, there's the campaign objective, okay? And you can either set this to visits or to awareness. So if we have a look at the Roblox documentation, you can see that awareness, campaigns focused on awareness show image ads to increase awareness of your brand. These are placed as images, ads, in experiences, appearing as virtual billboards. Visits. Campaigns focused on visits aim to attract people to your experience on Roblox. These can take the form as either immersive ads placed within immersive ad units in publisher experiences, or as sponsored experiences on the home, discover and search pages. Now let's head back here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to visits, of course, and then as you can see we have daily budgets and lifetime budget. So I'm going to set a daily budget here, and I'm just going to set this to be 8. Okay, let's do 1 day. Okay, editor cookie cutting in here. Basically, just as a quick PSA, Roblox does not measure days as 24 hours. They measure it as per calendar day. That's an important thing to remember. So this campaign, even though it looks like it's 24 hours, it's actually running for 2 days because it's going over today and it's going over tomorrow. So that's done. Let's call this campaign Obby But You're on Obby But on a Hang Glider campaign 1, and that's going to be running for 1 day, so that's all snazzy. Let's click on next here. Oh wow, okay, we have a lot of things we can change here. So okay, an inexperienced portal or sponsored experience. We obviously want this to be an inexperienced portal because that's what we're experimenting with. All devices I think will be good. Genders cannot be targeted when advertising to users ages 13 to 17 in Europe. Estimated monthly, so unfortunately I'm only running this for 1 day, but that's quite big. Okay, brand suitability. So select an inventory tier that best fits your brand. Standard inventory, your ads may appear in experiences with mild themes but not mature content. So you can pick where your games are going to appear and what types of experiences. So games with battles or fighting and drinking, ones with laser tags or cartoons or use of mild crude armor, or limited with only pizza delivery simulator. Okay, so my game is kind of childish, so maybe what would the limited inventory be like? 73. I think the limited inventory will be more suitable here because I think I'll target my audience more. Experience genre, select the type of experience you add, all, bidding, don't care. What does the bidding actually mean? The maximum price you'll pay for actions like impressions. A higher bid has a better chance to win. Okay, I'll just keep that as the default. Ad set name, all region, all genders, all ages, looks fine to me. Let's click on next. Okay, destination experience. So that is going to be, let's think about this, is Obby. But you're on a hang glider, there it is. Let's call it an ad name. So play Obby, but you're on. Oh, Obby, but you're on a hang glider. And then we need to upload a file. So it says a horizontal 16:9 with a minimum pixel width of 500 and the max file size of 30 megabytes. Okay, there we go. We got this lovely styled thumbnail here. Thank you, AI, for this. Okay, snazzy. Back to the ad manager and let's upload the file. Ta-da, loading, 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 come on. We'll get there. Okay, that's looking great. Oh, look at that, I love the preview. Okay, this looks quite nice. Okay, next. And, okay, this is looking good. So, ad credit, it'll be from April 7th, which is today, to April 8th, which is tomorrow. The day of the eclipse, by the way. All regions, all genders. Inexperienced portal, limited inventory, all genres, all regions, all genders, all ages, 0.10 ad credit. This looks all good. Okay, let's submit this. Campaigns funded with ad credit can't be modified after they are submitted. Okay, and submit. 16 ad credit will be deducted from your ad credit balance. Once your campaign ends, any unused credits will be refunded to your account. I see what it's going to do. It's going to use 8 credits for today and 8 credits tomorrow. Okay, here we go. Your campaign will go live soon after moderation appeal. Manage campaigns. Perfect. Okay, it's going and I'm quite excited. So, time to wait for these notifications to come in. I'll also keep you updated, so I'll let you know once it is out of review. Okay, so it's been a little bit over an hour and my advert has just been approved. And I'll keep you updated if anybody joins my game or if I get any impressions here. Okay guys, so I've just been AFK doing revision for the past hour and I came back just like 10 minutes ago and look at this. I have like so many people who've just joined my game. And look, if we head over to Roblox here, look how many people are playing my game right now. Look at that. This is crazy. Oh, is the server lagging? I might have to reduce the average server size. But look how many people are playing my game right now. Isn't that crazy? Okay, the server's lagging right now because there's so many people. Hold on, Team E, Team 1. Or Team E level 1. This is actually crazy. I did not realize I was going to get so many players here. They don't understand how to play it. Oh, this guy got it. Ah. This is crazy. I think I'm gonna have to reduce server size. But I have so many people playing my game right now, which I find crazy. Oh, come on. Is this guy gonna get to level 2? I think they don't seem to understand the goal here. But there's so many people, I didn't realize that the adverts were going to be this effective. Okay, I'll keep you updated. In the meantime though, I think I'm going to have to reduce my server size. Okay, this is so chaotic right now, all of these guys. There seems to be an issue where they're falling, I don't know why. Let's have a look here. Does the server say anything? No. But people just seem to be running and falling. But there's so many people in the server right now. How are people doing? Some people are getting to level 2, that's quite good. I think I need to reduce the server sizes here. And also, when people go on the win part, it kills them to show them. Which is probably really bad. Quickly, let's head over to Roblox Studio and try to fix this. Okay, so right now, a ton of people still in the game. I think people are starting to get how you win it, but I need to add some arrow or something pointing. Okay, so another issue I realized is people didn't know that they weren't allowed to leave the boundaries here. So what I've done is I'm gonna make them a little bit more visible, okay, so people know where they can and cannot go. So hopefully, or what I could do is I can make a more nice effect that what it does is when someone touches it, is going to add a highlight. Let's see, what would that look like? So if I paste that into selected, hold on. Do your highlights need, hold on, let's check, plus highlight. And if I reduce the transparency, does that does change the visibility of them. That maybe when they selected it, maybe what I could do is when someone touches the boundary, it's going to light up and add a highlight on it, because that might just tell people that they're not allowed to go there. So that's going to be something I'm going to try. Okay, so I've now made this effect that whenever you hit any of the boundaries like this, it's going to show up bright red, and it's just going to hopefully symbolize to people that you can't go through here and it's blocked off. So I'll stop the game and go publish that. So now something I've just noticed is my game went from 30 players all the way down to 1 again, which is just me, so pretty much 0 players, which I think is a bit strange. Has anyone more completed the game? No, it's still on 7, so out of the 30 players, nobody completed the game. So that's a bit weird. Okay, so before we move on, I want to explain a bit more on how the bidding and auctioning system works for the new ad manager. So luckily in the Creator Hub, the documentation really helps explaining this. So let's try and dive into this, and I'll try to explain it the best I can. So first of all, let's have a quick talk about credits. So inside of your ads manager, you can see you have ad credit, okay? And the minimum amount of ad credits you can buy in one time is 10 ad credits. So if we head over to payment activity, and then to add payment method, you're going to see that 1 ad credit is worth 285. You're also going to notice that we can only buy a minimum of 10 ad credits, which is 2,850 Robux. Let's say I wanted 100 ad credits, it would cost 28,500 ad credits. I also believe that if you're 18 plus, you're able to directly buy ad credits using a card. However, I'm not certain on this, and this may once again still be a feature that comes to under 13 or 13 plus users in the future. Now heading back over to the documentation, you can see ads on Roblox work in a bidding system, where advertisers bid to have their ads shown to users through the available ad units placed in an experience. When determining your bidding settings, bids as reflected as CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, your max bid for CPM is the maximum amount you're willing to pay every 1,000 times your ad is seen by the user. A higher CPM can increase the chances of winning the auction, but it also means you're going to pay more. And basically, bidding is the maximum price you'll pay for actions like impressions, plays, or video views. A higher bid has a higher chance to win. And basically, all of the advertisers are paying, and they're all inside of a massive auction basically, and the person who pays the highest will have their advert showed the most in games, okay? So once again, the highest bid will win. Coinciding with this, Roblox runs an auction to determine the best ad to show when there is an ad opportunity. Advertisers set the maximum price they are willing to pay as CPM or CPP. Roblox considers the player and ad information to generate an eCPM, effective cost per 1,000 impressions value for each ad in the request. All eligible ads participate in a second price auction. The ad with the highest bid wins the ad slot but only charges the price of the second highest price, plus 1 cent. In principle, it looks like this. So number 1, advertisers submit their bids for an ad space. Roblox calculates the eCPM, so the effective cost per 1,000 impressions value for each ad based on the player and ad information. The ads are then placed into the auction. Then the ad with the highest eCPM wins the auction, and the winning ad is then displayed to the player. The advertiser is charged its bid amount. As an example, an advertiser wants to display their ad on a website. The advertiser submits a bid of $10, another advertiser submits a bid of $12. The second advertiser wins the auction and is charged $10, 1 cent. The price of the second highest bid plus 1 cent. Now there are a couple of different ads you can create inside Roblox. So you have your sponsored experiences, which look like this and appear on the game. You have your portal ads that look like this, which is what we currently have running. And then we have the image ads that look like these little billboards that you can add into games. Now as you can see, when we create an ad set, it's going to ask you a couple of things. And it's going to ask you for specific regions, specific gender, specific ages, specific devices, your selected ad format, your brand suitability, and your brand suitability is basically which game you think is best for your advert to appear in. So you have your limited inventory, and examples are pizza delivery simulators or obstacle courses. Then you have examples, which is your standard inventory, which is basically your ads may appear in experiences with mild themes, so laser tag or cartoon, or your full inventory with realistic battles or fighting or virtual bar with drinking. And then you have your genres, your bidding, and obviously your ad set name. Now what confused me a little bit is you have your spend, your budget, your impressions, your CPM, your plays, blah blah blah, etc. But when you create your ad, there's a couple of things you can set. So you can set your campaign objective to be visits or awareness. Obviously that decides whether you're on a billboard, if you're doing a sponsorship or something like that. And then you can set your times for how long you wanted it to run. So if I were to have this to be lifetime budget, I wouldn't be able to use my 17 credits because I simply don't have enough. So the solution to this was to turn to a daily budget, and a minimum daily budget for this time had to be 5 ad credits. So what I did is I had it go for 24 hours. Roblox isn't measuring in 24-hour slots, but rather per calendar day. So I couldn't just do 17 ad credits for April 7th to April 8th. I would actually have to split it up using 8 credits because 8 times 2 is 16, and if I were to use 17, it couldn't use it, right? Because April 7th counts as a different day to April 8th, even though it's exactly 24 hours. And it's super important to remember that your daily budget is per calendar day, okay? So what I did is I just set my daily budget to be 8, and because my campaign is running for 2 days, it's going to cost me 8 credits on April the 7th, and 8 credits on April the 8th, which will total 16, and should leave me with 17 minus 16, which is 1 ad credit remaining. Now another important thing to remember is campaigns using ad credit are settled at the end of the campaign at the end date. Any unused ad credits will be refunded to the ad credit balance within 24 to 48 hours after the campaign ends. Ad credits will never be refunded to Roblox. There is no daily spend limit when using ad credits. So let's say I don't win the auction and I have some remaining ad credits, they'll basically go back to my balance and they will return to me. I don't know whether this is the case, but I'm trying to figure something out here. So my max credit, my max bid is 0.1 ad credits, and my spend per day is 8 ad credits. So as you can see on the panel here, I got 379 impressions and 210 plays. Now, that means I've gone over my limit, if you think about it, because if we have a look at my ad set, it is 0.10, or cost per play is 0.10. Now, I understand that's my max bid, but does that mean I've maxed out my credits for today? But thinking about it, 210 plays and 379 impressions is not a lot. My play rate was 55%, which is still very, very high. But would it mean using, for example, sponsorships would be more effective? I mean, I'm going to keep you updated, but we have to see, because I need to check whether this is worth it or not. Okay, I've just noticed something super important here. You can see that my spend is at 8 credits and my budget is at 8 credits. So I think what happened is I used all of my credits super fast earlier. So as you can see, my budget is 8 ad credits a day, but I can only as you can see, my budget is 8 ad credits a day, and tomorrow it will be 8 as well. But you can already see I've already spent, as you can see in my spend, 8 ad credits. So I've already maxed everything out. So my stats for day 1, where I got 379 impressions, I got 210 plays, and there was a play rate of 55.41%. So 55.41% of all my impressions played the game, which is very well, but as you can notice, 8 ad credits is quite expensive. So at the moment, ad credits are quite expensive. So that was around 2,280 for 210 plays, which is quite expensive. Although I'm going to see how it goes tomorrow, and if it also goes like this tomorrow, I do have another alternative we can try out compared to immersive ads. So that's 2.2k Robux for 210 plays. So I wasn't actually in any of the major events because I was mostly asleep during day 2. Obviously not asleep through the entire day, but through the night, of course. So, at around, let's have a look here. Yeah, 3:41 yesterday. That's when my credits for that day expired. However, if we have a look from 1:22 AM, that must have been, if it's in UTC time, that must have been when my credits allowance for the budget had replenished. And you can see I got lots more players joining, and it was definitely this time more over a spread amount of time, whereas previously it was all in one go. But as you can see, people kept joining, it was fairly consistent. And then when did it reset? Yeah, around 11:42, that's when it started. No, it still went for some time. Yeah, I would say 12:39, and that's where my ad credits have run out. And now I've used all of my ad credits up, and it's time to head into the conclusion. Okay, I've got the conclusion for this immersive advert. Although if you stick around for a little bit longer, I think I have the ultimate solution to advertising on Roblox at the moment. So for my current investigation, what I found is for one play, it cost around 10 Robux. So personally, for me, using immersive adverts, which are teleporters inside of the game, it cost me 10 Robux per visit. Okay, so it cost me around 4,780 Robux, or £50 in that case for 500 plays, which isn't awful, although it is still quite expensive, and I may have a better solution to this issue. So as you can see, we had 897 impressions from immersive ads. It cost 18 ad credits. It cost 16 ad credits, and we had a play rate of 53%. So out of all of the impressions, this is how many people went into the portal and actually played a game, which I thought is quite high. So I'm not exactly sure where these plays were exactly coming from, although that would be another interesting topic. Now I'm sure you guys are all very interested in which I think will be the ultimate solution, and I think it's actually going to be using sponsorships. If we just have a quick look at the advert here, you're going to notice that we could have had the option to do a sponsored experience. And luckily, thanks to one of my friends, he actually did a sponsored experience. And from what we found using his data, he paid for 5 ad credits, he got 211,000 impressions, and he got 532 plays. So if you use a sponsored experience, you're going to pay only 3 Robux per visit, which is much better compared to the 10 Robux for immersive adverts. So if you guys are looking for a good way to get a ton of plays for a fairly good price, I'd recommend you check out sponsored experiences before you have to look at immersive ads. However, I hope this video helps you finding a suitable way of advertising on Roblox. Thank you for watching, that's gonna be all from me, and bye bye.